I'm going to ask each of the candidates to step back to a white line that's in the right-hand part of the studio. They will each throw one dart. It is colour coordinated. The bull is City Hall. Whoever gets closest to the bull, which represents City Hall, will start first, and we wake our way down. I will now ask if we could all move back, please, behind that white line, which is over in that corner of the studio. Thank you very much. And by the way, welcome to Studio One and all. Hello, Mr. Paddick. Nice to see you. Jenny, lovely to see you. And in no particular order, Mr. Mayor, you come to me first. Would you throw that, please? You can step up to the white line.
You want me to throw first?
Yes, please, go there. Ken Livingstone, thank you for coming in. Ken, thank you.
You're going to hit the bullseye?
You have to hit the bullseye. That is City Hall, and Boris Johnson is throwing now. See how his aim is, and the dart is leaving now. And it's right in the bull. That is extraordinary, in the bull. Ken Livingstone is going second. So at the moment, Boris Johnson, not bad, is on the outer ring, so sort of just before the M25, we would say, absolutely. Brian Paddick goes next. So actually, it's going the way it is. So Jenny Jones is all to play for. Brian Paddick is in third place at the moment. Oh, very good. OK, so we're going to go in this order. We are going to go Boris Johnson, Jenny Jones, Ken Livingstone, Brian Paddick. Boris Johnson, Jenny Jones will come through. Thank you very much indeed for playing. And we start right now with the first question. Boris Johnson, in fact, before the question, you each have 1 minute. Mr. Johnson, you will have a minute. You will hear sound effects of a tube journey. When the doors shut, your minute begins. When you hear the ping and mind the gap, your minute ends. Boris Johnson, what would you achieve for London in the next 4 years?
Thanks, Nick. This election is about trust and who has the best plans for the future of this city. And it's because times are so tough that we must be honest about where the money is coming from and how we are going to spend it. And that's why I have a 9-point plan to keep rooting out billions of City Hall waste and put the money where it counts. Cutting council tax, making London safer with another 1,000 police, investing in our high streets, getting the biggest possible return for the Olympics, investing in our transport infrastructure and housing. So we not only cut delays and give London the 21st century transport system we need, we create 200,000 jobs and we build the platform for future growth and prosperity. And it's precisely because we've been running London responsibly that I can get the best deal from government. Above all, I don't want to see London lurch back to the arrogance, waste and broken promises of the past. I want a mandate to take this city forward. I hope you'll vote for me, Boris Johnson, on May the 3rd.
And there we are, well done, coming in exactly on time. Candidates, you may wish to put your headphones on, although Mr. Johnson spoke exactly to time. Jenny Jones, in my quiz or my dart game, you came second. What would you achieve for this great city over the next 4 years? Jenny, you may want to put your headphones on so you can hear the sound effects. Your tube journey, your 1 minute tube journey, starts now. Jenny.
We have, at the moment, an incredibly unequal city here in London, and we have to rebalance it somehow. We have to find ways of lifting people out of poverty and making ordinary life livable for the majority of the population. Now, the Green Party would do that by, we will bring down fares so that public transport is always cheaper than driving and make suburban rail services more regular. We'll also improve transport by reducing traffic in congested areas, cleaning up London's dirty, filthy, polluted air, and making streets safer for walking and cycling. We'll also make London more equal with a job or apprenticeship for every single young unemployed Londoner and with a fair pay mark for companies. We'll make housing more affordable with new housing, refurbishment of 1 million homes to cut energy bills, and a radical shake-up of the private rented sector. I think Greens have got the answers. Vote Green.
And there's the doors coming in. Absolutely right, Jenny. Thank you very much indeed for that. Ken Livingstone, get ready to board the tube. You have your 1 minute and your journey, Mr. Livingstone, starts now.
Well, these are the most difficult times since the 1930s, so everything the Mayor is focused on must be about helping people get through that. It means keep the council tax down, no increase in the congestion charge, but the biggest way to put money back in Londoners' pockets is the fares. We've now got the highest fares in the world. There's a surplus, the latest estimate, an £830 million surplus in TfL. I'm going to simply put some of that back in people's pockets by a 7% across-the-board fare cut. That means if you're in Zone 1 or 2, you'll be £960 better off over the next 4 years under me. And if you're in Zone 6, you'll be £1,700 better off. We're also going to restore the education maintenance allowance, which was targeted at our poorest London kids, 30 quid a week to help them stay on with their studies. And we're also going to set up an energy cart so your price that you pay for energy can be cut by £120 a year on average for each Londoner.
Exactly as the doors close. Thank you for that, Ken Livingstone. Lastly, And thank you for keeping your powder dry. The Lib Dems, Brian Paddick, get ready. Your tube journey starts now.
This election is very different from 4 years ago. We had the riots last August. Knife crime, burglary and robbery are on the increase. And the mayor is now the police and crime commissioner for London. Only the mayor now sets the priorities and the budget for the police. Who do you want in charge of the Metropolitan Police? Somebody who's had no experience of policing whatsoever? Or somebody with 30 years experience, somebody who started on the front line and worked their way up to the most senior levels at Scotland Yard? Yes, I'm passionate about public transport. I use it every day. Yes, I'm passionate about the housing crisis that London is facing. I think we have room on brownfield sites to build 360,000 new homes. And I'm passionate about keeping as much money as possible in Londoners' pockets. But that's about being honest with fare reductions. It's about targeting fare reductions. It is about keeping council tax as low as possible. Liberal Democrats have the answers in London.
And your journey finishes there. Thank you very much indeed, candidates.